Hello, my loves. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon. On my channel, I discuss manifesting as a lifestyle, every area of your life. Be the designer and the creator of your life. Be the architect, creating the life you want, aligning with that reality. And today I'm going to read some Neville Goddard. This is from The Power of Awareness. I have the complete reader, and the complete reader includes the Power of Awareness. This is chapter 1, Free Will. And this is talking about changing your self-concept and changing your concept of self. In the law of assumption, your consciousness of being is the Father's will. The mere wish without this consciousness is the my will. This is a great quotation and so little understood. It's a perfect statement of the law of assumption. It is impossible to do anything. You must be in order to do. Okay, this is the topic title, right? It is impossible to do anything. You must be in order to do. You must be this version of you. You must be the version of you who has your desire. You must be the person who's already loved and already in the relationship for the world to reflect and manifest. You must be and have the wealth and abundance in order for the world to reflect it, right? You must be in order to do. If you had a different concept of yourself, everything would be different. You are what you are, so everything is what it is. Okay, let me repeat that. If you had a different concept of yourself, everything would be different. It's all based on your concept of self. Whatever you believe to be true about yourself is reflected in your world. If you have a different concept of yourself, everything would be different. You are what you are, so everything is what it is. The events which you observe are determined by the concept you have of yourself. If you change your concept of yourself, the events ahead of you in time are altered. Okay, when he's saying the events ahead of you in time are altered, what we perceive as the future, because we understand that only the present moment exists, okay? If you change your concept of yourself, the events ahead of you in time are altered, but thus altered, they form against a deterministic sequence starting from the moment of this changed concept. Okay, the world will reflect and change based on what your concept is of yourself, how you see yourself, the perspective you hold of yourself. This is all about self-realization. You understand this is about self-realization and getting more clear, understanding what your perspective is of yourself and the view that you hold of yourself. Many of us don't really go deeply into figuring that out. This is what the work is all about. Change your concept of yourself that you hold of yourself. Okay, you could use the 3D reality to help you kind of form that character. You could use how you perceive others to see you to form the character, changing the conception of yourself. Okay, let me go on to read Neville Goddard. I'm reading Neville Goddard, The Power of Awareness. You are a being with powers of intervention, which enable you, by a change of consciousness, to alter the course of observed events. In fact, to change your future. You have all the power to change everything just by changing your consciousness. What that means when you hear, what do you mean, change my consciousness? It means the contents of your imagination. Your consciousness is how you perceive yourself, how you view yourself, what you perceive of yourself, what you feel about yourself, okay? So all you need to do is change your concept of yourself in order for the facts of life to change. You will change your future experiences, right? Neville goes on to say, deny the evidence of your senses. Deny the evidence of your senses. That means ignore the 3D reality. Ignore what you don't like that you see. Ignore the senses, ignore your senses, meaning ignore what you heard your specific person tell you. It's not true. It used to be true. It used to be true. It's not true anymore. What's true is you are chosen, you are wanted, you are adored. So deny the evidence of the senses and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Deny what you see in the 3D reality and assume you are who you want to be. This is what he's saying. Inasmuch, I'll go on with Neville. Inasmuch as your assumption is creative and forms an atmosphere, your assumption, if it be a noble one, increases your assurance and helps you to reach a higher level of being. If, on the other hand, your assumption be an unlovely one, it hinders you and makes your downward way swifter. Just as the lovely assumptions create a harmonious atmosphere, the hard and bitter feelings create a hard and bitter atmosphere. As within, so without. What is your perception of self? It's reflected out. What are you thinking and believing of others? It's reflected out. Whatsoever things are pure, just, lovely, of good report, think on those things. That's where you need to put your attention. That's putting your attention on your desire, having your desire. Whatsoever things are pure, just, lovely. A relationship is lovely. Abundance is lovely. Health is lovely, right? Of good report, think on these things. Think on these things. This means to make your assumptions the highest, noblest, happiest concepts. There is no better time to start than now, because there's only the present moment. The present moment is always the most opportune in which to eliminate all unlovely assumptions and to concentrate only on the good. Eliminate all what you hear that is unlovely, anything that you don't like, anything that's negative, anything that's a doubt and worry and a fear. Okay, eliminate that and put yourself into a feeling of the lovely assumptions, okay? Concentrate only on the good. Concentrate only on the desired reality that you want, the desired experience. As well as yourself, claim for others their divine inheritance. So not only claim for yourself, claim for others their divine inheritance. See only their good and the good in them. See only the good and the good in them. Stir the highest in others to confidence and self-assertion by your sincere assumptions of their good. And you will be their prophet and their healer, for an inevitable fulfillment awaits all sustained assumptions. Sustained assumptions. Fulfillment awaits all sustained assumptions. You have to persist. That's persisting, right? You sustain the feeling that you have your desire. Okay. You persist in the feeling or knowing, believing that the desire is yours. Okay. You have to sustain the assumption. You win by assumption what you can never win by force. An assumption is a certain motion of consciousness. This motion, like all motion, exercises an influence on the surrounding substance, causing it to take shape of an echo and reflect the assumption. Okay, he's talking about how the world is shaping and forming around you. Okay, the substance meaning everything that exists in the world, all the energy, if we want to call it all energy, the people, places, things, that's the substance. Okay, you are influencing all of the substance around you. A change of fortune is a new direction and outlook. Okay, the change of when you have fortune, whether the fortune is love, money, health, or whatever, that change in fortune is because you had a new direction in your outlook. Merely, it's a change in the arrangement of the same mind, substance, consciousness. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So I was reading The Power of Awareness. This was chapter 21, Free Will. When he's talking about it's merely a change in the arrangement of the same mind substance. What he's saying is like everything exists within your mind. There are thoughts. You just have to rearrange within your mind the thoughts that you're having. Rearrange your thoughts to already having your desire. Rearrange your thoughts to saying it's already yours. You already have it. And you do that consistently until it manifests. It's consistent. It's sustained. It's persisting until it manifests. The reason you don't have a manifestation, one reason could be because you keep saying, it's not here. I didn't get it yet. You wake up, I don't have my manifestation. When you're saying, I don't have it, you're creating that. And your world shows it to you. So you sustain the knowing, whether it's the knowing is just by affirming. You affirm and affirm and affirm until it is your reality. Let me see here. Let me answer some questions. Samantha, I feel like I love myself, but my SP still doesn't commit to me. What am I doing wrong? Okay, so it's real. Think about your life is not only, it's self-concept, but it's self-concept with the story you're telling yourself. Okay, because the story you're saying is what's manifesting. So it's like, I feel like I love myself, but you're seeing that they don't commit to you. What are you doing wrong? You have to tell a new story. Even though SP is not committed to you, then you have to be the version of you that they commit to. So see yourself as the version of you who's like, I get commitment. That's your thoughts. Your affirmations would be, I'm someone that SP commits to. I'm someone that I always get commitment. I am a priority. I'm a prize. I am the ultimate catch. Okay, so you need to see it differently in relationship to your specific person. You can live in the end. Now you feel like you love yourself. You're not doing anything wrong. But here's also why it doesn't manifest, because we think something is wrong. You think you're doing something wrong, and the world reflects, I think you're doing something wrong. Like it reflects no movement. What am I doing wrong? Here's what you need to do. You're feeling good. You're like, I love myself. This feels good. I'm feeling good about myself. But now SP says something like, I don't even want a relationship, and I don't think I want to move in with you. This is an example, right? SP says that to you. What are your thoughts? Heartbreak? I love myself. Why doesn't he want to commit to me? If that's your thought and those are your assumptions, he will only reflect those thoughts and assumptions. This is how this is the moment. That's the moment you could change your reality. Because when he says, I don't even think I want to move in, I don't even know if I'm ready for commitment, then that's your moment. In your mind, you're not going to get in an argument. Okay, because he's reflecting an old reality. You change in your imagination. What you imagine, he's saying, you are the only one I want to commit to. You disregard what I just said. Deny this is the power of awareness. I mean, I'm reading this because Neville Goddard's a brilliant manifester, but I know this because I live this. Okay, but his words are correct. Deny the evidence of the senses. That means deny the evidence that he's saying he doesn't want to commit. Deny that, okay, sure, at first it might feel like, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong? You might have a gut-wrenching feeling. Sure, I get that. I know, I've been there. In order to change your reality, you have to change and be a different version of yourself. So you affirm. You go to the end of being together. Okay, you go to the end in your mind of being together. What do you say to SP in the 3D when they tell you that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you react. Doesn't matter how you react. Doesn't matter if you say, hey, best wishes for you, I'm moving on. Doesn't matter if you say that. Doesn't matter if you say, you know what, you're a dick. We've been together for a year and I can't believe you're doing this to me. It doesn't matter if you even say that. Doesn't matter if you say, I deserve better. Doesn't matter what you say. Does not matter what you say. What matters is, I mean, you could also say, what I'm looking for is a commitment, and what I'm looking for That would be closer to living in the end of having your desire, right? I'm really looking for a commitment, and I'm really looking someone who's also looking for a commitment with me. That's what I'm looking for. You could say that to your SP. Okay. But it doesn't matter what you say. What matters is, what is your intention underneath it and behind it? I'm the God of my reality. I know what I'm doing. I know I've got this. We're living in the end. He is fully committed to me. He is madly in love with me. That's what you're affirming, right? We're not speaking it to them. You're speaking into existence with your thoughts. And if your thoughts are hurt, he tells you that and you're hurt, it means you're not solid on the vision of you and being the self-concept in the version of you with your desire. Because if you're I'm not saying that you're hurt, but if you are, right, that if you're feeling hurt and you're wondering what's wrong, it means you forgot that you're the creator on some level. On some level, you forgot you're the creator. You love yourself. Many of us can love ourselves, but just because you love yourself doesn't mean you're going to get that relationship or get the money or whatever. It's not about loving yourself. Self-concept means you have your desire. That's what it means. That you need to understand that clarity of what self-concept is. It means you have your desire, which means the version of you who has your desire, you know that they or he or she, that person wants you. That's living in the end. The version of you who knows that that person wants you, that's your self-concept. Solidify that version of you. I don't care if they say they don't want to commit to you. You say, good luck. Good luck. I'm looking for a commitment and I'm ready for a relationship. And don't be afraid to say anything. And if you say that, that's going to be really aligning with the version of you who is speaking your truth. I mean, you're speaking your truth, even if speaking the truth of the version of you who has that desire. Okay. Okay, so what are you doing wrong? Here's what you're going to do starting right now, because we're going to create right now. Right now, you can manifest this today. You can manifest this now. You love yourself now. See the version of your SP that's in love with you and be that version. And start saying, I got this. I'm doing it right. He's committed to me. I'm the kind of person that people commit to. I'm the kind of person that he loves and he commits to. Okay, or she. All right, so you got that. And then next question was how to manifest SP. It's the same thing I just described. Okay, you can manifest any person. And I just posted a video where I was reading Neville Goddard's story of the woman who basically it was the whole chapter on revision. And she had gone on one date with this guy. It was a blind date with another friend or something like that. And then she was moving, she was moving to a new city or whatever. Her other friend was moving and she didn't know how this guy was going to get in touch with her, but she felt like he's the one. So what did she do? Every night, and she's like, I don't even think he knows my name. So every night as she fell asleep, she went to sleep feeling that she already had her desire. Okay, she didn't know if he even liked her. She didn't know if he knew her name or if he liked her or anything. And I think it was like August. So she affirmed that every night as she fell asleep for 1 month. In November, he found her. Okay, and they went out. By the second date, she knew he was the one. And then by the next year in May, they were married. Okay, engaged by January, married. What did she do? She fell asleep every night, imagining she was already in the bed of the house where she's married. Fall asleep, saying to yourself, I'm already in this relationship. Or I think what she affirmed, it really doesn't matter what you affirm, whatever feels good, you're going to choose your affirmation. So it could be, I'm already in a loving relationship. I love being a wife. I love being in this relationship. What did she say? I think it was like isn't it wonderful? But she said, this is wonderful. And she was imagining like twisting her wedding band on her finger. Okay. Now, that's one of the Neville Goddard success stories. I have hundreds of success stories from clients who manifested their specific person by affirming. You could simply affirm the version of you who has your desire consistently. Okay, the clients who use my success formula, which is my self-concept course, manifest your self-concept, okay? Master your reality. This is about mastering reality, right? Master your reality by mastering your self-concept. Self-concept means the vision that you hold of yourself, not only how you see yourself in relation to just the world in general. How do you see yourself in relation to the specific desire? That will bring success to you. It's a blueprint. My self-concept course is a blueprint for you to be the version of you who has your desire. You affirm it. This is also key. Part of the component of manifesting any desire, you must persist until you have your desire. It's a consistent knowing. It's a consistent affirming. It's consistently affirming you have it already, or knowing. Whether you affirm or know it, it will manifest. When you persist in it, it's law. It must manifest. Carol, I have a limited belief. I'm way too overweight and old to win an Olympic decathlon gold medal. That's your perception. And if you remember, there are infinite parallel or simultaneous realities existing all at once. I just saw a video of, I think I saved it. Maybe I'll try to do a duet with it. It was about a girl who wanted to be a woman who was around 30, wanting to be a cheerleader for a professional football team. I don't know which football team, but anyway, she was like 100 and something pounds overweight. It's such a brilliant story. It's such an amazing story. She manifested in 1 year to lose all of that weight. And there were something like 500 people that had to audition to be a cheerleader. And she was they took 3 out of the 500. She was the first one out of the 3 because she dedicated her vision to being that person. I think the guy that was helping her manifest it, took out a picture of a body of a cheerleader and put the girl's face on it. So what could you do? First of all, you could start to inspire yourself to see that version of yourself. Sure. Cut out a picture of your head with an Olympic, the Olympic decathlon body holding a gold medal. Okay. You envision that. You are age defying. You are age defying. Okay. Do you know that you could shift into a reality where that doesn't matter? None of those things matter. It's only that you think that matters is why you're not manifesting that, because that's I get it. You say you have a limiting belief. Okay. It's not true. So let's change it. That's not true. There's already, then you see evidence in the world that already shows you people who overcame those limiting beliefs. Find those evidence. I just gave one story of that evidence. Just start looking and put your focus there. The people who overcame, someone who did it, it doesn't have to be that hard. I'm telling you, when you're passionate about something and you're excited about it, a few years ago, I was doing a triathlon. And it had been 10 or 15 years since I can't remember how long. It'd been 10 years since I'd done a triathlon. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do a triathlon, like the Olympic triathlon. So it's the longer one, the bigger one. And I didn't really train for it. I just got excited about it. Okay. I got excited about it that I started training more and more and more. Okay. I didn't think I had time to do it, but somehow my schedule just opened up for it, because first of all, it was I wrote down, I focused on it. I affirmed it. I wrote it down. I hit that goal and I did it. And I accomplished that race and I got my medal, because it's not that I pushed myself and it was that hard. I just put my focus there. Each day it felt better to go for a run. It felt better to go for a bike ride or a swim. I do a little mini triathlon in the day. I was getting excited about it. Sometimes, okay, so where you put your focus, it grows and expands, right? We already heard that probably a million times. Wherever you put your focus is what you'll be creating. So just start putting your focus, I don't know how, but I want to win the gold. What if you first won the bronze? Isn't that okay? Because you could still do, if you do it once, you can do it again, and you could go bigger and higher. Okay, so just know you can do anything you set your mind to, and you could do it really effortless, in an effortless way without really realizing it. It's possible it can feel effortless because you'll be enjoying it. So just start with maybe the vision board of you with the Olympic outfit and the gold medal, and cut out a gold medal. You don't even have to make a vision board. Put it on your computer or put a Pinterest page. Okay, no matter what your desire is, you are unlimited. So that's another affirmation I want you to think. I'm completely unlimited. I am unlimited. I want to prove to myself all things are possible. What if you're the first overweight person to win an Olympic gold medal? That's possible too. Do you know all possibilities exist? But you don't have to think of all those little details. Just go to the end, envision you having the gold. That's it. Aleph. Aleph. Okay. I, by mistake, called him on, okay. Okay, so you mistakenly called him an hour ago and you're scared that he's going to block you. He is going to block you if you're scared. If that's what where your thoughts and your vision is going, he's going to block you. And it's not even funny, but what's funny is all you have to do is change your perception, okay? He's not going to block you. Okay, now, so that's your natural thought, because you naturally might feel insecure, unsure, not sure that he likes you. But that's what you need to change and rearrange. That's what you need to replace. So for him to reach out to you, you have to replace that feeling of like, I'm scared he's going to block you. So what if he blocks you? First of all, here's ways to kind of let go of the attachment to that desire. So what if he blocks you? There are like millions, thousands of other potential guys that are the perfect fit for you that could be even better. That possibility is out there, right? So knowing that possibility is out there, that helps you detach from that one desire. It's not like you don't get your desire. Just know that there's infinite possibilities, okay? Now replace it. He wants to talk to you. Why would you be scared? You have to be the version of you who assumes he's thrilled to hear from you. He can't wait to get back to you. That's okay. So what does that version of you think? The version of you who thinks that, you got to replace it. Even if you feel scared, you just replace it. And you say, you know what? He's contacting me. He's reaching out to me. And then that's why you focus on what are the qualities within you that are already great, that you appreciate and love. Start with those and then affirm the version of you that has your desire. Of course he's going to contact me because I'm a really great person. Of course he's going to contact me because it's really fun to talk to me. My life is really exciting and he always wants to talk to me. Okay, so you say that to yourself consistently until you replace that worry, the feeling of feeling scared, and that the worry and doubt that you're going to be blocked. Yeah. I know, here's the thing. I mean, I even know with my own manifestations, sometimes because you understand reality, all of it exists right now. So it kind of feels like, many people I talk to feel like they're worried. It feels like a lie, right? But remember, no facts are final. The only thing that's a fact is what you believe to be true in the world. What you believe to be true is what's real. So you have to really let go of that worry and doubt and like feeling like a fraud, and just, that's why you step in to the feeling and knowing that you're the creator of your reality and that all realities exist right now, parallel realities, all existing now, or simultaneous realities existing now. All you're doing is shifting into a reality that already exists. So shift out of the version of you that felt scared and worried and blocked. Shift into the reality where you are confident, You are self-assured. You are knowing you're chosen. Okay, so that's why you would affirm that. I'm chosen. I'm confident. I know that's the version of you that exists already thinks this. You're literally just shifting into a version of you that already is living this reality. Okay, and in that reality, he can't get enough of you. So saturate your mind with that knowing and with that reality. And play around with it. Play around. This is reality creation. Play around with it a little bit. I remember when I didn't have that much money, maybe like $1,000 in the bank. That wasn't that much money. Okay. And, I remember thinking, am I going to have enough? And I was going to use my credit card at like a drive-through or like Dunkin' Donuts or something. And that was the first time I gave my credit card. Instead of thinking that the $1,000 was going down, I started imagining that I had $400,000 in my account already. And then I kept remembering that my account grows, right? The money in my account grows. I played with this in my mind. I had to practice that before I could get there and get that. And you know where I learned that from? I learned that from Rhonda Byrne, because Rhonda Byrne said in an interview that she was on a podcast, and she was being interviewed, and she said she was I don't know if she was almost millions of dollars in debt. She was in a lot of debt, but she opened up her bills and imagined that they were checks. She imagined money was coming in. So I took that idea a couple of years ago. I heard that. I'm like, I'm just going to start imagining, instead of having 1,000, that I had 400,000. Okay, it was okay, part of me is like, I don't know, should I do this? Should I not do this? It felt a little weird. It didn't feel right. It felt fake. Felt like I was lying to myself. Nope, I kept testing it. I kept trying it. I kept reminding myself, it's okay, spend the money, because more money is always coming in. Plus, I already have 400,000. And for every dollar I spend, another 1,000 comes in. So I'm imagining more money coming into my life. When I did that consistently, my world reflected that was true. And I did it consistently. So if you listen to people who are already what we kind of call metaphysical teachers who have made it really big in the world, Rhonda Byrne wrote The Secret. That's what she did before she wrote The Secret, or while that was all coming to fruition. Those are things that she did. I listened to what people said, what they did. Jim Carrey wrote a check for $10 million. Listen to what people are doing, what they have done, and their result. Okay. And do those things. And don't be afraid to, I'm talking about money, but this works with specific people, with any desire, with every single thing in the world, it works. Everything, it works. But you have to see a new version, a new vision of yourself, your self-concept, and you have to see a new vision, how you see yourself in relation to your desire. How do you see yourself? So work on knowing that you're the prize, and just know that you're valued and that you're wanted and that you're desired, and keep being that version and play with it. Play with that version through the day. When you feel like you're sad and like, oh no, you kind of forget that you're the creator, and you're looking at your phone and wondering when they're going to text or if they're going to block you or then you have to snap out of it. I don't know. You want to snap your finger, clap your hands, just say, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm the creator. And now play with it. Like, what does it feel to feel wanted? Well, you could remember people in the past that liked you and wanted you. You could remember that to get into that feeling. You've been wanted before. What does that feel like to be wanted and desired? Okay. Now that specific for many of you, the specific person wanted you at one point. You could always go back into that memory and pull from it to help become that version of you. Now just solidify that version of you who feels wanted, who feels valuable, who feels sure and worthy and deserving. You know you're enough. You know you're enough. Not only that, you know you're the creator and that everything is reflecting you. It's from the inside projected out to the world. So however you feel about these are things you want to remind yourself consistently until it's just a knowing, and it's a belief, and it will reflect back in your world. it'll be easy to have thoughts like, I'm just going to imagine that new house. I'm already living there. What does it look like? What is the furniture? Where's the location? How does it feel to wake up? What does it feel like to put my key in the door? Okay, what does it feel like to be already married or in that solid, healthy relationship? It feels like you're laughing, enjoying life, making plans. Where are you going? What vacations? What restaurants? There's where you got to put your attention. This is a game. It is literally a game of life. And if you play it like a game, it's going to be easier for you to, I think it's easier for you to perceive it more like a game. So you detach from the needing of the 3D things out there and the physical manifestation, because you just have to cultivate and create it in your imagination. You persist in that. And now as you build momentum and you're manifesting so many things into your life, it might be little things. Sure. It starts with little things, right? It's like, oh, it worked there and it worked there and it worked. And now you build just like building a snowman, you roll that snow to make, if you're in this, if you've ever made a snowman, right? You just roll the snow until it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You roll it around the yard and you get that snow bigger and it's just easy. You just easily roll it. And now it's like huge, just like your life. You build momentum. And now it feels like all you have to do is think, oh, what do I want to do now? What am I choosing now? What experience do I want now? It's all about what experience you want. You're going to manifest the reality, whatever you're focusing on. If you focus on, sure, we do need to heal ourselves on some level. But if your whole focus is on something's wrong with me, I need to heal this. Okay, look back at your life. Have you been trying to fix this and heal this? And as soon as you heal it, a new problem comes in. And as soon as you heal it, a new problem comes in. Whether it's emotional, mental, physical, you got to break the cycle. Break the cycle by focusing on what you want. Because if you're focusing on whatever you're focused on is being created. Okay, so be the version of you who's already living in the end, the version of you who gets what you want, the version of you who snaps your fingers and you're like, I know my power, the version of you who has supporting actors in your world, like everyone's a supporting actor. You're the main character, everyone's a supporting actor. And what's happening with the supporting actors? Because if someone's really out of line, all you have to do is go in your imagination and recreate and reimagine what you experienced. Or you could just not care and not worry about it and shift your attention. I mean, remember, there's a lot of different ways to play out our reality of what we want. I'm giving some ideas and I want you to see the broader picture and the broader perception that this reality is very malleable, flexible, and it's all coming from you. And it is really just like a story that you're telling, and you're narrating the story of your life. So what have you been narrating for your life the last month or last year? In the last year, look at what you think about, what you say, what you talk about, all of it. That's the narration of your life, and that's why you live what you live. In order to change your life, you have to change the way that you're speaking to yourself. You narrate your life differently. And you just say, you know what? I'm not gonna hang out with people that are toxic anymore. Beautiful. You don't have to do that. Shift into hanging out with friends that are empowering and inspiring. It's not the only way you could do it. You could see the toxic friends as blossoming into something different. I mean, remember, all possibilities exist. What have you been narrating for your life? Start focusing on painting the picture of the type of life that you want, and now embody that. Embody means have the thoughts of that version of you. Life is good. The version of you who's living a fulfilled, happy life, living your best life. What does that version of you say every day? That version of you is waking up saying, you know what, today's going to be a good day. It's a bright day. I'm in love with life. I'm excited for what the day brings. I am excited with doing the simple things and the exciting things. I mean, it's your experience, but those are some of the things that the version of you who's living your dream life is saying. So how do you become that? By saying that. You become that. you manifest that experience by being that version of you, by saying those things to yourself, saying it and feeling it and being it, by being it. You have to be that version of you. Okay. You only have to assume you are that version. You assume that version. Okay. Cause I hear teachers talk about like, it's who you manifest who you are, but more, this is more clear. It's not who you are manifesting who you are, but when you want to change who you are, you just have to assume who you are. You just assume it. So you manifest who you assume to be. Assume to be the millionaire. Assume your desire. That's self-concept. Assume the version of you who has your desire. Okay. And if you need that success formula, my self-concept course, the reason why I have clients that are manifesting their specific person, manifesting new cars, job opportunities, big things in their life, because they assumed the version of themselves who already has that desire. Okay. And that's a blueprint for you to be that version to get you there. And manifest multiple things at once. Perfect health, new car, SP. Donna, there's a really great technique that Neville Goddard has, and it's something wonderful is happening now. Okay, something, a phrase or something that implies that many things, that you have many things. Okay, so something like, first of all, you got clear. You already know what your desires are because you already affirmed it and you're already thinking about it. So now be the version of you who's like, oh my God, I manifest. You could say an affirmation like, I'm someone who manifests multiple things at once. I'm someone that my world just shapes, and by the way, your world is already shaping and forming around you, but you want to affirm that so you see it and know it. I'm someone that my world just shapes and forms around me. I am a magnet for all my desires. I'm a magnet for multiple desires coming in at once. Okay. Something wonderful is happening now. That's a really powerful technique also. Affirmation. How do I get rid of the fear? It's going to take a long time to manifest him back, and he might move on. First, don't be afraid to lose him. Number one, don't be afraid to lose your desire. Number two, place yourself on the pedestal. When you know you're the prize and you know you have great things to offer, you're not going to be worried if that person likes you or not. Okay. I just looked at the time. I have to go. If any of you need additional help, I have a free Facebook group. Join my community and focus on knowing that you are a conscious creator. If you want to level up, join my VIP group. It's an amazing group. We are leveling up, and I have lots of unpublished videos in there. I go live in that group a couple times a week. If you want to do the work on your own, my self-concept course is powerful, and I work one-on-one with clients. I love you all. You're powerful. Have an amazing day. Bye.